Hello, YouTube. I'm sure you were expecting to be in the halls of Arl Eamon's home, but nah. For part 33 of all the parts that we were ever going to make sure that we did this for, we are all going to take a second to praise be to the banana hammock thong dwarf guy that to this point in the game has made all things possible. When people say through him all things are possible, this is who they're talking about. And if you want to show people what's up, if you want to spread the good word of the banana hammock thong dwarf guy, I encourage you to hop over to DrMick.merch and get yourself a t-shirt, a mug, or maybe even a sweatshirt, because he's on it and you can make sure that you spread the good news. Okay? You crashing in your own life, your game's crashing, this man is here to save it. Really glad that you all are here. I appreciate you immensely that you have made it all the way to episode 33 of this run. That is a long time to spend with us. I'm grateful for your support. As always, leave a thumbs up on the stream. Leave a comment down below if you like what you saw, or if you don't like it, or if you just want to say something to me that you think that I will enjoy reading. I will tell you right now that if you say spoilers below and then put a bunch of space and then write something, I'm going to delete the comment. Okay? So just know that. Don't waste your time. You're gonna do that. Or if you say something like, I know you don't like backseating, but I'm gonna remove that too. So just as a heads up. But I love reading the comments. Thank you for the engagement. It means a lot. And more than anything, the best way you can support this channel is to watch the other playthroughs and also to tell people about these. I really am grateful for all the increased amounts of subs that you all have contributed to by telling people about this stream. All right. So, now that we have all given our praises to Banana Hammock Thong Dwarf Guy, it's time. It is time. Remember, I don't claim to have all the right answers for this game. I just do my best with the information that I have. Alrighty, we are at a point now, the final onslaught. You have gathered your allies. Now it is time to head to Redcliffe, where your army assembles. It seems the Darkspawn are heading that way and are poised to attack there. Oh my goodness. Well, let's get the old crew together. Let's bring old King Alistair with us. The good King Alistair. To Redcliffe. Is this literally the final gather your party and venture forth? I don't know. It might be. It might be. But we got Shale coming with us. And we... This is going to be fun, man. This is going to be so fun. The archdemon is so afraid of us getting to Redcliffe that we're not even gonna freaking make it. Ridiculous, man. The gate of Denerim is a nightmare. I'm gonna kill the... I don't know. I feel like I should probably kill the graphics until we get out of here. So we're gonna kill the graphics. We're gonna go World of Warcraft mode until we get out of Denerim. It's terrible. This game looks so bad on low settings. It's so bad. You shall not pass. No kidding. All right, we're gonna save outside of the estate. Denerim and Lothering, man, just garbage. Chill literally stops being green. A little bit of green, but all right, let's get out of here. All right, we're gonna save in front of the door. City map, there we go. Open world. All right, Redcliffe Village. So I want to go to the camp real quick just to get a reset here. We'll go ahead and jack the video settings back up. Okay. And now save. Now we check on everybody. We pet Dirk. Bounces around you, barking excitedly. Yeah, pet him. Good boy. Yeah, that's good, Dirk. Good Dirk. All right, Alistair, how you feeling, big dog?
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
I guess, never mind. Sten.
Yes. As you wish.
All right, I don't think anybody's going to have anything new for us. Maybe Morrigan.
I await your command. So,
I'd like to
full of
ask you
questions,
something.
Are you?
So Flemeth is dead. What now?
Now I have enough time to study Mother's grimoire to find a way to prevent her from stealing my body in the future. For she will be back. One day, I have no doubt of that. And if I cannot protect myself, one day I will track her down again in whatever body she inhabits, and she will die again and again if need be. But there is no need to think of such things now. I have you to thank for saving me, so let us return to the task of dealing with the Darkspawn, no?
Cool. Good, I'm glad you're safe.
Let us go. There is much to be done before... There is still much to be done.
Cool. There is. All right. Good talk. Lieutenant Cadrim, how we looking, sir?
On your order, Grey Warden.
Do you need anything?
The Jarl was generous, but rushed. Certain areas could see improvement. We're a mercenary force, Warden. Much of our equipment is self-financed. Were you to commit additional funds, we'd upgrade as we saw the need.
Okay. How about you, Emissary
At your
Karen?
word, Warden.
Do you need anything?
We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
Okay. How about you, Emissary
The
Pether?
Templars of the Chantry stand ready, Grey Warden.
Cool. You need anything?
There are always areas to improve on, Grey Warden. The most useful for my talents are runes.
How about you, Fellhammer? Good name.
Orzammar has sent her best, Warden. It has been a long time since the Dwarven army has marched on the surface.
Need anything?
Outfitting any army on short notice, there's always room for more gear. Gems would serve the most utility. The Middlestone, sapphires, and the like. We're dealing with many smaller foundries, and larger values might overwhelm.
Okay. Command box. Turn in crafting materials for the Dalish. Your pack rattles with various items. Give all the deep mushrooms. There you go, fellas. And ladies and non-binary elves. Turn in coins for Arleman's Knights. You jingle your purse for a head or two. 30 sovereigns. Let's go. Wow, they're gonna clean me out.
Of what you have brought us, Warden.
Yeah, I sure hope so, man. That was a lot of dough that I just sent your way. Cause I'm a high roller, baby. All right, to Redcliffe. Got a long walk ahead of us. I wonder if we'll have to fight Darkspawn along the way. Ooh. Oh, knew it. Knew it. What up, Darkspawn? Oh God, big ass ogre. What's up? This is good practice. Good practice for what's to come. Oh, Alistair and Liliana have to level up. I gotta make sure I do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah. Ah. I really hope that doesn't happen in the final battle and then, like, all my guys die because I'm deciding to be a badass. Death in the pumpkin patch.
Yes.
Bloody corpse. Eat mushrooms. What's up, man?
Arleman sends his regards, Warden. We're trying to keep the roads clear and safe.
All right. Well, thank you for your service. Good enough. Oh, baby. Oh, no. This is already off to a terrible start. Holy shit. You there.
It's you, the Grey Warden. Andraste's mercy that you got here when you did. I thought for sure these monsters were going to get me.
What happened, man? Where is everybody?
They all fled to the castle this morning, before the Darkspawn arrived. I thought I could make it to my home and back before they got here, but it took me too long to get down here. What a relief you arrived.
You mean to tell me that you came down here knowing the Darkspawn were here with no armor, no weapon? You're just like, I'm just gonna kind of camouflage myself to the scenery and shimmy my way into the house. Glad to know the best and brightest are over in the castle. Are there more Darkspawn at the castle?
By now, yes. They'd have reached the castle walls. I'm going to get out of here before any more of those things arrive. Thank you again.
Oh, okay. See you later, big dog. You arrived in Redcliffe to find it under attack by Darkspawn. Redcliffe Castle is surrounded. Defeat the Darkspawn and save Redcliffe! Alright. Oh, what's up, homie? Come on, bring it on. Yeah! Okay. That was interesting. For Alistair! Look at this. The Darkspawn have dogs now. I'm glad that we're, like, outclassing the hell out of these guys. That's so super helpful. Let's get Liliana's health up. That definitely seems useful. Alistair, buddy. Let's get your strength up, huh? Let's get you nice and strong. Get you some perfect striking. Save. Alright. Oh, God. This is no bueno, amigos. Look at this. Let's go ahead and loot these guys. I mean, they don't need it. Desperate times call for desperate looting. A landmark tree. Been a lot of those. Good, more Darkspawn. I'm sensing Darkspawn! Oh, jeez. I mean, this is kind of nice. Like, I like walk up and like one-shot these guys. Yeah, smite him, Alistair. Smite! Damn, this place is like messed up. Oh man, I feel so OP right now, and I'm loving that. They really did a number on this place, though. It's nothing like it was when we left. Wow. Liliana, what did I say about dying? I got more injury kits than I have poultices. That's actually going to be an issue, I think. There better be some kind of shopkeep. Okay. Very low. Very low. I'm gonna try to stick it out. These guys are all one-hit kills. And since they're one-hit kills, we probably shouldn't go around as a party. I probably need to separate everybody out and use the tactics that I literally have not used throughout this entire playthrough.
Something I can help with?
No, nothing. Alright, good. Dropping health poultices. That's going to be helpful. Liliana, let's get you fixed up here. Okay. Good. Now, question is, what is available to me in this place? Or is everything just burned to the ground and I just gotta fight my way to the castle? It seems like that's probably the case. Even the chantry's not open. Getting all this silver. Oh, I maybe didn't even need to come down into the village. This is a neat town. But yeah, I don't get a sense that I can go inside of anything, so I think we just have to work our way up to the castle. Okie dokie. If I could live anywhere in this game, I'd live by Redcliffe by the lake. After we clear out the darkspawn, it'll be a lot better. Look at this, I went all the way down there. Could have just gone this way. Could have just done this. Don't ever say I didn't try to 100% this. Okay. I should have saved before I went in here. This is a bad idea. I didn't do that. If this crashes, I'm gonna be pissed. What the hell's this guy doing to this tree? Fuck your tree. I don't know what that tree ever did to that guy, but God. Oh God. A lot of darkspawn in here, man. Holy hell. Good shit. Right? I know. Where the hell's that army we spent the whole game trying to amass? I know. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm hoping that gets itself sorted out. Maybe they just haven't made it to Redcliffe yet. They're on their way. I hope word was sent. They're just letting us scout out the situation, right? Yeah. That's what it is. They stopped for tacos along the way. There's a taco truck in Denerim. Oh, hell yeah, Liliana. Shove it in his face. Yeah. Yeah.
My lord, you're here. Thank goodness.
Sure am. What happened here?
I don't rightly know. Riordan of the Grey Wardens arrived this morning, just ahead of the Darkspawn. I was told he has urgent news and to send out patrols to watch for your arrival. Then we were attacked.
What is Riordan doing here?
I don't rightly know. Things happened so fast, I only know he was scouting in the south before he arrived.
This guy really doesn't rightly know anything. I only wrongly know. Can you hold the Darkspawn for now?
There might be stragglers, but you seem to have taken care of most of them out here. That's rather remarkable, really.
You not heard of me, man? I'm the battiest badass you ever met, brother. I don't rightly know. I only wrongly know. He's just a messenger, all right? We're not going to give him too hard of a time. All right, let's get in the castle. Never mind. Let's not get in the castle. What the hell are we doing here? What the hell is going on? Sir.
I was told to watch for your arrival, Warden. Your comrade Riordan arrived just ahead of the Darkspawn attack. He has urgent news for you.
Okay, cool. Then take me inside.
I should take you to the hall right away, my lord. They'll be waiting for you there.
Again, not Redcliffe's best and brightest, apparently.
It's a relief to see you unharmed. And you as well, Alistair. Or should I say your majesty?
No, I wouldn't say that. Not yet, anyway.
The Darkspawn that attacked Redcliffe were relatively few in number, I'm afraid. It was assumed the Horde was marching in this direction, but that is not true.
Riordan tells us that the bulk of the Horde is in fact heading towards Denerim. They are perhaps 2 days away from the capital.
What? Are we sure about that? I mean, if that's true...
I ventured close enough to listen in, as it were. I am quite certain.
You couldn't have sent a carrier pigeon to me in Denerim and said, hey, bro, just hold up. They're on their way. You really made me walk my ass all the way across for Eldon. Put a shitload of risk into my life. And then you're going to tell me, oops. Never mind. Freaking watching you, Eamon. You want Alistair dead. I get it. You want Alistair dead so you can take the throne. I know. I'm on to you, brother. Now, once I eat some more pumpkins, I'm really going to be on to you. Why did we think they were headed here?
The Darkspawn line is wide, and many of them roam away from the main Horde. Until now, most of them have been spotted here in the west.
Not to mention that we've been too busy killing each other to pay much attention to some silly old Darkspawn horde.
There is, I'm afraid, one other piece of news that is of even greater concern. The archdemon has shown itself. The dragon is at the head of the Horde.
May her preserve us. But we can't reach Denerim within 2 days, can we? It's too far.
We must begin a forced march to the capital immediately with what we have. Denerim must be defended at all costs.
Oh my god, okay. I know exactly how long it takes to get to Denerim because I just walked here from Denerim. Oh man. Is it even possible to reach the city in time?
Perhaps not. But what is important is that we know where the archdemon will be. If we do not defeat the archdemon, it will not matter if Denerim is saved or the Horde defeated. And only the Grey Wardens can defeat the archdemon. That is why we must go.
Then we march.
and hope the army we've collected here gives us the chance we need. Al-Eman, how long before the army can set out?
By daybreak.
Then let's get them ready. I won't let all those people die without giving them a chance.
Okay. So, I do want to talk a little bit about the dialogue options here, because there's a very interesting smorgasbord of process available to us. People talk a big game about their directives, their goals, their motives when they are far away from it. It is very, very, very easy to say, I, as a Grey Warden, am committed to defeating the archdemon and stopping the blight. That's a real fancy sentence to say. Makes you sound real cool, right? What tends to happen, though, is that as people get closer and closer and closer and closer to the event, or to the task that they have talked a big game about doing, they also tend to get closer and closer and closer to the anxiety and doubt and sense of incompetence they might experience relative to that task. And that is about the worst possible time for that to be the thing that you found your decision making on. The reality is, the reason it's easy to talk a big game while you're far out is because you don't really have to attend to the doubts, to the minutia, to the details, the unfinished business. You don't really have to worry about that stuff because you're talking in very broad strokes. But when you start getting into the finer details and it's crunch time, now all of a sudden those holes that might seem tiny relative to the big picture become gaping relative to the moment itself. And people will sometimes start to ask questions and seek reassurance. Things like, could we really stop the blight? Do you really think we could kill the archdemon? Oh my God, is this really... That's really not a good time to have that happen. So, one of the things that you want to remember is that if you're going to commit to doing something publicly, you put the steps in place as a plan from that point forward, and you plan for uncertainty. You don't indulge what ifs, you don't go off the rails into what if land, but you plan to, as you get closer to the task itself, you plan to get more anxious, to find more holes to punch in it, and you create that expectation as a realistic expectation, so that when the time comes and you experience that anxiety and uncertainty, you think to yourself, okay, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that I was going to get more nervous as I got closer to the final battle. It doesn't mean that our directive is wrong. It doesn't mean that, like, we need to turn around and go back. It doesn't mean that I'm a weenie because I talked a big game. It just means that there is uncertainty that comes along with this, and now that we actually have to put rubber to the road, it means that we have the opportunity for failure. You don't really fail in Idea Land. You fail when you go. So I do not want to inject my anxiety and dissonance into this experience, because anxiety and dissonance spreads like the plague in times like this. I, as the Grey Warden, who has been very confident in my directive, has gathered these armies together. If I start showing doubt right now while everybody's vulnerable, because that's where we are right now. As a group, we are in an absolute position of vulnerability. If I inject all of that into this space right now, there's a chance that it could spread and it could grow, and now we're becoming reactive to our emotions instead of to the situation. And in a situation like this, we have to be reactive to the variables at hand. We are into this. We know what's happening. We know where the archdemon is. We gather as many facts as we can. We create a plan with the things that we have, and we go from there, rather than allowing uncontrollable or unknown variables to overly weigh in on what we do here. So some of these decisions, like just how are we supposed to defeat this archdemon, that's an okay question, but right, could we really stop the blight? There's no reason to ask that question. It's okay to be anxious, but you own the anxiety and you focus then on what you're going to do about it, rather than indulging the anxiety in this space. Den, thank you very much for the sub. We could leave now without an army feels a bit too hasty. Because if we get to Denerim and Denerim's just an absolute shambles already, us getting there early means that we've fragmented. We don't have a full show of force. And then if I get wiped out and then we get wiped out piecemeal, that's not going to help. I do think that this sounds like suicide. There's no need to make that observation. There's just none. Like, there's no alternative here that we know of. I am going to ask how we're supposed to defeat the archdemon because nobody's really ever told me how to do that. And then we're off to war.
I was wondering that myself.
Then you don't know.
Nope.
Of course not. You're both new recruits Duncan wouldn't have expected.
I will give the orders at once, and will notify you the moment we are ready to march.
That would be appreciated.
Perhaps you and Alistair should meet me before you retire for the evening. There are things we need to speak of.
No,
I will have someone show you to your rooms. I suggest you all get some rest while you can. We will need it.
This doesn't sound good. Good. More Grey Warden secrecy. Love that. Love the way that the Grey Wardens keep things under wraps until the time comes.
Good evening, my lord. It is an honor to meet you.
Thanks, man. How do you feel about the coming battle?
I am not certain. On one hand, I yearn for the capital to be defended. There are so many lives at stake. But it feels as if we are rushing to our doom. Do you truly feel that we have a chance of winning?
This is a tricky situation to be in as a leader. On one hand, I do absolutely believe in being transparent with the people that are following, with being realistic, talking about the actual variables that you're working with, and I think to an extent that includes speaking to your own experience. At the same time, there is a place for injecting an extra dose of optimism as a way to get the people who are following you to rally to the cause. This person is going to go to battle no matter what. Like, this person has decided that they're going to defend, that they're going to go to Denerim, they're going to fight. They're feeling that bit of nervousness. They're totally entitled to feel that nervousness. He is looking to a person who can be confident in this time of uncertainty, who believes in the thing that we are about to do as a way to draw some level of inspiration. So in this case, it's okay for me to say, of course, we'll win. I think there is some validity to having that optimism. It shows that I am all in, that I believe in the capabilities of this army, and that I'm ready to go. If I say I honestly don't know, and then this guy goes to bed anxious, and then he's like, oh my god, if even the Grey Warden doesn't know, then what does this mean for... Like, that gets really complicated really fast, so I'm not lying to him. The fact of the matter is I have no idea how we're going to do. But I think it's time for me to show a bit of confidence and a bit of steadfastness as a leader here, so that he can rally to that and hold on to it.
I hope you are right. I will pray for it.
How's everything in the castle?
There was some groaning after the men received word about the coming race to Denerim tomorrow, but nothing serious. I think many are uneasy about facing the Great Horde. We will be outnumbered, it is said, but we have no choice. There are thousands of innocents in Denerim. My own family is there.
I'm sorry. Now, this is an area where we got to be realistic. Okay, so I'm confident in the overall directive, but I am not going to promise that we're going to be able to get his family out of there. I will say that we will do what we can because that is the truth. I'm sorry to hear that. We will do what we can.
I hope we are successful. I worry about my children.
Understandable, man. Good evening.
Of course, my lord. Good luck to you. It is an honor, Grey Warden.
Antigan.
And now Denerim is under assault by the Darkspawn. The death toll will be staggering. I wish you luck, Grey Warden, for all our sakes.
Thanks, man.
I suppose it remains to be seen what sort of king Alistair will make. Personally, I think the lad will do far better than he believes. He is Merrick's son, whether he sees it or not. He has a good heart. I can think of no better qualification.
Are there any other allies we can use?
We have sent messengers to Orlais. With any luck, the Empress will send us help within a week. I think it entirely possible, however, that she has written Riordan off as a lost cause already, and will seek to defend her empire first. Perhaps the Grey Wardens of Orlais will be able to march and reach us in time. We should not rely on their arrival, even so.
Fair enough. Shouldn't Alistair be staying here?
He insists on going. How can I say no? I am uneasy with the danger he puts himself in by accompanying you. I ask myself if he does not conspire to leave the throne to Honora after all. But Alistair knows his duty. He will do what is best. Right now, he believes that is assisting you in contacting your allies.
Not immensely fond of that conversation. I think that's for Alistair to say to me and for him to say to Eamon, but whatever, I asked, so that's what I get. Okay, let's see what we got here. What is this? Dwarf Commander. What's up, man?
And what word have we from Orzammar? Has House Claret sent their men or haven't they?
They're stalling, which is as good as a no. House Claret's feud with House Romald has flared up again since their son died in that Deep Roads business. So naturally they're pleading the need for self-defense.
Fine time to start with that nonsense again. I've half a mind to... Evening to you, Grey Warden. I didn't realize you were still up and about.
I am. What's up, man? What's going on with the Dwarven forces?
Nothing that can be dealt with now, I'm afraid. Just one of the houses being thicker than the stone that made them.
Once all of this blight business is done, there will be a reckoning in the Assembly. They're probably half hoping we'll all wind up dead. That way they'll have one of the strongest forces left in Orzammar. Enough to face the Darkspawn all on their own, I suppose? That's exactly the kind of half-arse thinking that got us into the mess after Endrin passed. It was our good fortune that you decided to go to Orzammar when you did, Grey Warden. For all that a surfacer needed our help, I expect we needed yours more.
You're welcome, but I gotta tell you guys, you are all exhausting. Didn't you all be resting?
Resting? Who can rest after the march we had just getting here? You tall races have it so easy.
That's
that, and we're kept up thinking about the coming battle.
Are things truly that desperate? Do we stand a chance of losing?
We'll find a way to win. We must.
I hope you're right. Under the open sky is a terrible place to consider dying, that's for sure.
Right. Off to camp with both of you, and keep the drunkenness to a minimum. We have a long way to go yet. Pleasant evening to you, Grey Warden, and good fortune on the field of battle.
This guy sounds like Lord Saladin from Destiny. I wonder if that's the same voice actor.
Good fortune to you, Grey Warden. I've plenty to manage yet before the bugle calls.
Nervous about the battle tomorrow, I see.
I didn't say that. Oh, what's up, Dirk? You see anything interesting? Dirk returns with what looks like to be a 100-year-old bottle of wine. Dust still clings to it. Sunblonde Vintage 1. Garblog's Backcountry Reserve. Likely dropped to avoid seizure by authorities or because of seizure due to drinking it. Garbolg only brewed from 874 to 892 blessed. Killed when the vapors in his beard spontaneously ignited. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Attaboy, Dirk.
It speaks.
Yeah, what's up? All right. Everybody cool? We're good? Oh, yes, good. Hold on.
Fancy meeting you here. I heard rumors that Redcliffe was once again open for business, but my word, isn't this amazing? Such bustle. The Earl has kindly offered my son and I lodgings in exchange for supplies. I'm happy to help him. And you too, of course. If you have need of my wares, you have but to ask.
Awesome. Show me your wares, but
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected. And with your discount.
My discount. Give me those health poultices. I'm going to need all of these. Yes, good. Gimme, 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 gimme. Injury kits, cool. I don't know that I need a million of those. We're looking good over here. Cool. Good stuff. I want to hear if he's got any rumors.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
You heard any rumors?
It's not just Darkspawn and the Horde, you know that? There are people with them. Folks who are sick with the blight, and their minds are all twisted and mad. I heard tell of a man meeting his own brother on the field, yet when he called out to him, his brother didn't even recognize him and just attacked.
Jeez. Well, that doesn't sound fun. Go up here.
All right.
Where's Liliana when you need her, man? Alistair, what's up, buddy? Alright, let's go over here. Morrigan, what's up?
There you are. Let's go see what Riordan has to say.
Indeed, Alistair. Let's go see what he has to say.
You're both here. Good. Please know I assumed you had already been told. Otherwise, I would have told you this when you freed me in Denerim. I'm sorry.
What is it? What are you apologizing for?
Tell me, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn?
Okay. Word to the wise. If you have a bombshell that you need to drop that is incredibly important for whatever environment you're in, just cut to the chase and say it. You do not need to go through a whole shitload of pomp and circumstance. The reason most people do that is to quell some sense of anxiety they have about delivering the information, and they try to do it as a way to soften the blow and curb the reaction that a person is going to potentially have to the news that they have to drop. If you have the information and you know that you need to share it, you don't need to do things like, have you ever wondered why the Grey Wardens are blah, 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 blah. Look, man, if you got information I need, just say it. All right? What is the deal? What do we have to do to kill the archdemon? You don't need to beat around the bush. Some ways that actually builds tension. It builds suspension. It builds anxiety. All right? Just put it out there. You can put the context and stuff around it later on, but there's a real problem sometimes, particularly when there's a time crunch like this. Like, just get it out. Cut through the bullshit, say what you need to say, cut to the chase, and then you can cover the details and the context and the background on the back end if it's relevant to the person that you're sharing it to. You ever wondered why Grey Wardens are needed to defeat the Darkspawn? I honestly thought necessary might be an exaggeration.
It is no exaggeration, I'm afraid. The archdemon may be slain, as any other Darkspawn. But should any other than a Grey Warden do the slaying, it will not be enough. The essence of the beast will pass through the taint to the nearest Darkspawn and will be reborn anew in that body. The dragon is thus all but immortal. But if the archdemon is slain by a Grey Warden, its essence travels into the Grey Warden instead.
What? Oh my god! Well, then what happens to the Grey Warden?
A Darkspawn is an empty, soulless vessel, but a Grey Warden is not. The essence of the archdemon is destroyed, and so is the Grey Warden.
Oh, okay.
Meaning
the Grey Warden who kills the archdemon dies.
Yes. Without the archdemon, the blight ends. It is the only way.
Okay. All right. Well, I thought it was going to be something like you turn into like some hybrid dragonkin thing. That would have been wild. I guess that makes sense. I mean, that's essentially what Flemeth was doing. You just take over a husk. But think about, just real quick, Darkspawn aside, think about the implications of what that means for Morrigan and Flemeth. Right? Because if a dragon can only take over a husk and not a like sentient being, does that mean that you basically have to cut Morrigan down to a point where she's a husk? I don't know. But like, ugh. Dragons ain't so great here. Regardless, this is pretty wild, because what that basically means is that like one of the three of us is going to have to do this. Also, that puts us in a really interesting position on the front lines here, because you can't afford to have the Grey Wardens die. Because if a Grey Warden doesn't make it to the Archdemon, then this doesn't matter. So this completely changes the tactics of that battle. We essentially, me and Alistair, have to be protected at all costs. And it blows my goddamn mind that the Grey Wardens would not say this immediately after the ritual when people drink the Darkspawn blood and live. How you leave this detail out when this is quite literally the core piece of information you need to end the blight. By the way, when the time comes that there's a blight, which, you know, hopefully we don't have to do one, but by the way, when we get there, one of you will die, because one of you is going to have to slay the dragon, take the essence, and perish. It's absolute freaking bullshit nightmare fuel that they don't tell the Wardens that. The amount of coercion in the Grey Wardens is terrible. I honestly think that if that was public knowledge, that could actually be a good thing. Like, I think people might enlist for that. I think people might be willing to join the Grey Wardens, say like, look, I'm down. I get it. I'll take the risk, right? Like, to me, that information not being public knowledge, I think, is a real problem. Oh, jeez. I mean, in Loghain, okay, man, yeah, the ramifications on this are wild, because Loghain was trying to wipe out the Grey Wardens, which shows that Loghain had an absolute lack of understanding of what it was going to take to actually end this thing, which means he was really out for himself. He was really not interested in actually trying to take down the blight. Because if he was, he would have been like, holy shit. Now, but I can't necessarily fault Loghain for that, because maybe Loghain didn't know. I'm a damn Grey Warden and I didn't know that. So you're going to tell me, so if I didn't know that, it's just, this is the problem with the lack of messaging from the Grey Wardens and the lack of education around this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, to bring it back to this conversation, it's not his fault. It's not his fault that I don't have this information. Honestly, I'm glad he's delivering it instead of continuing to operate off the assumption. Yeah, why is this such a secret? Why doesn't everybody know this? Is exactly what I want to know.
We keep it secret for the same reason the joining is kept secret. Who would become a Grey Warden if they knew the end that might await them? And yet there must be Grey Wardens. Without us, there is no hope.
Dude, no. No. First of all, such a huge amount of the Grey Wardens aren't even there by choice. Not even there by choice. Look how many soldiers we have. Look how many people we have that have literally signed up and said, I'm totally prepared to die fighting the Darkspawn. And the important thing about this, again, is Grey Warden is a hugely coveted role then to have. Because now, if people don't understand that a Grey Warden has to be the one that kills the archdemon, they're not going to be as inclined to protect the Grey Wardens, other than for whatever status symbol they have. If people say, well, we need the Grey Wardens, there's so many assumptions that could be made. So if we get more Grey Wardens, there's more chances a Grey Warden makes it to the archdemon. The people who are not Grey Wardens know that they need to protect the Grey Wardens because their role is crucially important for ending the Blight. It changes the entire dynamic. The assumption that that information being out there is what would prevent people from joining the Grey Wardens is ridiculous, especially when most of your ranks are coerced in anyway. The only reason I'm a Grey Warden is because otherwise I was going to have to go to jail and Duncan plucked me away. That is some backward-ass messaging. And what it makes me wonder is, how did that come to be the narrative? Like, I genuinely would love to know, over the years, over the millennia that the Grey Wardens have existed, the multiple blights that have existed, why is it that it was decided that this information needs to be secret? It's super interesting to me. Ultimately, I disagree with it, but I would be open to hearing whatever they maybe have to say to justify it. But yeah, there must be Grey Wardens, but there are literally now 3 of us, dude. We just had a guy who was the lead of Denerim who was actively trying to purge Grey Wardens because he didn't know how important they are. Brother, this is not the way. So when we get done with this battle, we're changing the way that we talk about Grey Wardenship, because now we have a Grey Warden that is literally the king. And Alistair, I sure hope to God you're going to tell people about this shit. So it's up to the 3 of us to kill this thing, then. Is that what you're saying?
In Blight's past, when the time came, the eldest of the Grey Wardens would decide which amongst them would take that final blow. If possible, the final blow should be mine to make. I am the eldest, and the taint will not spare me much longer. But if I fail, the deed falls on you. The Blight must be stopped now, or it will destroy all of Ferelden before the rest of the Grey Wardens can assemble. Remember that. But enough. There will be much to do tomorrow, and not enough time to rest before it. I will let you return to your rooms.
I will see you once the army is ready to march, then. I guess this ends soon. One way or another.
That it does, my friend. That it does.
And I'm sure that BioWare designed this such that he's going to be the one that makes it to the archdemon and has to kill it. There's no possible way that he's going to be the one there's no possible way that he's going to die and then I'm going to have to make a really terrible decision about what we have to do. There's no way that that's the case. He's going to make it all the way to the end. We're going to watch him kill the archdemon, and we're going to be like, oh, thank God we didn't have to make that choice. Thanks, man. Calling it. God. But the Grey Wardens soon learned otherwise. Their tainted blood bound them to the archdemon. They could feel it, hear it as it died, and was born anew, its spirit drawn to possess the nearest tainted creature. The darkspawn were mindless, soulless, empty shells of flesh that could be bent and remade in the dragon's image. But a man's soul was not so malleable. When a warden's hand struck a fatal blow against Dumat, the old god spirit was drawn not to a darkspawn, but to the man who had slain him. In that moment, the souls of both the warden and the archdemon were utterly destroyed, and the dragon rose no more. The blight was over.
You should get some sleep before morning.
Sure, yeah.
There will be much to do when the army marches.
Yes, thank you for the bedtime story. It was super helpful. In fact, I should have snuggled up in this bed, got all comfy under the covers, and I should have let you tell me about the archdemon and how it needs to be slayed while I was under the comfy covers over there, man. I would have fallen right asleep. Your tact is terrible, brother. Let me get out of my armor. Let me get my jammies before I hear that story. Holy Christ, man.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
No. Oh, is this my bedroom? And she's chilling in my bedroom? Everything all right?
I am well. 'Tis you who are in danger. I have a plan, you see. A way out. The loop in your hole.
I don't know that that's the expression.
I know what happens when the archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed, and that sacrifice could be you. I have come to tell you that this does not need to be.
Did you have your ear up against the wall, or like, how did you know this?
I know a great many things. How I know is not quite as important as what I am offering you, however. I offer a way out. A way out for all the Grey Wardens, that there need be no sacrifice. A ritual. Performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night.
And what sort of ritual are we talking about here, Morrigan?
It is old magic, from a time before the Circle of Magi was created. Some might call it blood magic, but that is but a name. There is far more to fear in this world than names.
Morrigan, I recommend you go watch DrMick's run through of Dragon Age Origins with the Therapist. Go to part 33, go to about maybe 20 minutes before, or no, maybe about 5 minutes before this conversation. I want you to watch the tidbit where DrMick said, don't bury the lead. Literally just say what you need to say. I do not need you to speak cryptically here. Some call it blood magic, but it is but a name. There is far more fear in this world than names. Morrigan, I'm gonna need you to come out with it, because here's the thing. When you speak cryptically and you become very non-committal to whatever type of thing you're saying, that does not foster a sense of confidence. It generally is going to raise people's anxiety. It is often going to make it so that people are a little more freaked out by what it is you're about to say. They fill in the gaps with their own assumptions. You're not actually helping anything by being vague here. I have no idea what she's referring to, and I'm far less likely to commit to whatever plan she's going to give me if she is not clear and specific about what it is that we have to do. I have no idea what you're talking about here. And from where did you get this ritual?
From Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time.
Okay. There's no reason for me to get on her about knowing about the sacrifice before Riordan told me, because she could have assumed that I already knew. And tell me more. I want to know more about what it is.
What I propose is this. Lay with me, here tonight, and from our joining, a child will be conceived. The child will bear the taint, and when the archdemon is slain, its essence will seek the child like a beacon. At this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. The archdemon is still destroyed, with no Grey Warden dying in the process.
You could have given me 10 guesses about what she meant when she said loop in my hole or whatever. This isn't what I was thinking. I didn't think your boy was gonna get laid before he went to Denerim. Morrigan, I don't know if you've ever, obviously sex ed in the woods was not particularly great, because elven pregnancies last, 7 months. Human pregnancies last about 9. That's going to put us about 8. The walk to Denerim is going to take maybe a week. So unless we're talking about the dragon finding the fetus, who will barely have attached in your uterus by the time... What? And then that's literally when the plot to Death Stranding starts, I guess. That's what that baby in the container is. Okay. Stay in here, Ryan. Stay in the moment. What the hell? This totally thrown me off. I hate this idea. I hate this. I don't know if I can trust that. Also, what the hell? What does that kid do? I have so many questions. Like, is that baby a dragon? That feels super messed up. That's the kind of shit you didn't like that Flemeth was doing to you. We're just gonna burden that. What? And then what if it doesn't work and your lady parts explode and then out comes a dragon and now we're doing this again? So the child becomes a darkspawn.
Not at all. It will become something different. A child born with the soul of an old god. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. Ever. The child will be mine to raise as I wish.
No! 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 That's some Flemeth shit right there. How do I know that Flemeth didn't just like get him? How do I know that Morgan just didn't absorb Flemeth when we killed Flemeth back at her hut? Right? Like, this could be freaking Flemeth talking to me right now, for all I know. Are you kidding me? No way. No way. No way that I get you pregnant. I kill a dragon. There's too many moving parts. Besides my part going in and out a few times to do this. There's too many moving parts here. Holy shit. No. What do you get? What do you... Oh my god. Like, she totally gets something out of this. You can't she can't possibly think I'm gonna say yes to this. I'm gonna get an old god, a kid. And then you don't ever get... No way, man. No way. I'm not really worried about whether I could see my kid. I mean, I'd say that, I mean, full disclosure, in real life, I'd have no interest in having children. So, like, the idea of having a child with her is, like, already I just don't want it. Like, I don't want a kid, right? But the thing is like, as far as I know, we've got 3 people right now that are capable of doing this. In order for this to work, it means Morrigan would need to be nearby. It means Morrigan needs to make sure she doesn't die. Morrigan needs to make sure that she's pregnant. Like, I just, if the archdemon can sniff that shit out and find it, there's no way, man. I have not even remotely enough rapport with Morrigan. She's been really cryptic. I have no idea whether Flemeth was able to possess her body. She has not addressed any of those concerns. Now, I'm going to indulge her just for the sake of, like, we have some sort of relationship of, like, how do you even know that this will work? How do you know this will work?
This is what my mother intended when she sent me with you. She was the one who first gave me this ritual and told me of what I was meant to do. This does not surprise you, does it? Did you not wonder why Flemeth saved your life? Why she aided you? This is why. What is important is that I am offering this to you now. It will work, and it will save your life.
I don't really appreciate you railroading me with that the night before this is all done. Because you are not see, here's what's frustrating about this. 1, she didn't answer the question. 2, she's giving me absolutely no time to actually think this through. And I think that's actually, it's a tactical move on her part, because I think she's got to know that if I had time to think about this, I'm probably saying no. But now she's trying to leverage the fact that time is of the essence. We're literally about to leave to go to Denerim. She's going to pull out the guilt trip on, well, my mother saved you, so you owe me this. And she's banking on me being, desperate because I just got the new information. She's probably banking on the fact that your boy hasn't been laid in 33 episodes. And that, like, she's confident in the way that she delivers this. So what that does, I think, maybe for if she, I think that really is a profound underestimation of me. She is underestimating how thoughtful I would be about something like this. And I, in some ways, actually feel disrespected by the fact that she would drop this now if she's known this all along. Especially after I've done so many things for her to try to garner her favor, like killing her mother, literally killing a dragon. And then she's going to drop this on me now. It's just like, no way. The known thing that I'm working with, and I don't even know exactly how accurate this is that one of the three of us is going to have to kill the archdemon and that we're going to perish. You can't possibly think that I will actually go through with this.
Consider the possibility that Riordan may not be there to make the final blow as he plans. What then? Do you run away? Do you let Alistair, the future king of Ferelden, take the blow instead? And what if he does not make it to the archdemon either? Would you truly choose death rather than lay with me for one night? Would you deny yourself the tomorrows and all its rewards?
Quick reminder, if you're new in here, do not spoil. Do not talk about the options. Do not backseat. Felony, if you do it again, you will be timed out. Would you choose death? I mean, okay, so she is really... Okay, remember, common theme of this entire thing. If you let people talk, they show you their hand. You let people talk, they show you your hand. Morrigan is showing me right now her perception of me, which is actually kind of stunningly accurate if we really think about it. But, like, she's really trying to hope that she's really banking on the fact that I don't want to die here. So she's posing a lot of what-if scenarios in order to coerce my mind into steering into what-ifs that are basically like the perfect conditions for where I would want to give this up. But what she's showing me is that she is perceiving me as a person that when all is said and done, at the end of the day, I will act in my own self-interest. That is what she's banking on. That I am not a Grey Warden by choice like Alistair is. That I care very deeply about Ferelden and about Denerim, which is off base because it shows she doesn't really understand my experience as an elf. She's banking on me wanting to, in that moment, think to myself, I don't want to die. So if I have an out, then I'm going to take whatever it is, no matter how amoral, no matter how many unknowns are there. If I have an opportunity to do that, I'm going to take it. What she is not showing me is that she has an actual understanding of my general thought process as one that considers as many variables that are available to me as possible. And right now, if she's going to pitch this entire thing based on a whole series of what-ifs, I don't like it. And the problem is, it's a decision that I have to make now, right? Like, if Alistair and Riordan died, and then the dragon is at 1 HP, And then I can and right before I chop the dragon's head off, I can hit pause, and then her and I could bang it out, and I can make an informed decision in that moment of whether I actually want to die or whether I want to pass it along to this kid. I would totally consider that option. But I don't get to do that right now. I have to make a decision about whether she and I are going to get it on here on the off chance that we're in a position where we're even going to be able to kill the archdemon tomorrow. And I understand that she probably thinks that she's doing me a favor here. She's thinking that this is totally great. But the problem is, this is absolutely one of self-interest. One where she says, I'm going to take the kid and you can never come find me ever. I get to raise it as I wish with no influence from you, no input. I don't know that I can trust that. I don't know Morrigan well enough. And I know that she comes from a place where she is going to be encouraged to act on her own self-interest and to be antagonistic to some of the people around her. So I don't like it. If she had told me this info after I killed Flemeth, would that change things? I don't know whether it would change my decision. Fact of the matter is, she didn't tell me this after I killed Flemeth, so it doesn't really matter to me. She's telling me now. So I know I'm speaking a lot here, and it's not as refined as I usually am in some of these like analyses or whatever, but like I find it very frustrating the way that Morrigan went about this. I think Morrigan knows that if she had gone about this in a thoughtful way, I probably would have said no. And so she's banking on the impulsivity and the lack of time as a way for me to make a quick, rash decision. At the same time, I do have to say that I appreciate that she is not going to rape me, because what she could have done is she could have shut the door behind me and used magic to hold me in place, and she theoretically could have raped me in order to make this happen. So as much as this is an act of self-interest, I do appreciate her willingness to bring me in terms of the consensual piece of this. I mean, think about that. She really could do that. She's has the ability. She could freeze me in place. I have no doubt that she could make my parts do what she needs them to do. And she could absolutely get this done if she really wanted to. So she's giving me... I'm not saying that she gets a gold star for that, but I'm saying that it's a possibility. So I am appreciative of the fact that she is making me involved in this conversation such that I get to consent to it, whether I want to do this or not. So it shows that it's not probably completely nefarious and evil. But it does show that she's a bit miscalculated in what I am going to do here. I don't want to die when we get to that point, but the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to know what's going to happen in that situation until we get there. And as far as I know right now, Riordan is the one who's going to die, not me. But I'm not about... No. No. Too many unknown variables here. Nope.
I see. There is, of course, another option. I speak, of course, of Alistair. He is a Grey Warden, just as you are, and would also serve for the ritual. The trick, of course, would be to get him to comply. To me, he would not listen, but to you, I think he just might.
What's next? I say no to Alistair, and then you ask about Riordan? Are you kidding me? What if she allowed you to be part of the kid's life? Would that influence your decision? No, I don't want a kid. I mean, really, straight up, I don't want a kid. So she's already off on a bad start with me as the person playing this, because I don't want a child. So no, I would absolutely not. This is terrible. Absolutely not. No. I'm not gonna do it. If Morrigan wants to go talk to Alistair and ask, he is the king, that is certainly his prerogative. But nope. I'm not doing it. Nope. Not mine. Nope. I don't want the kid. I don't want to do it. If you want to go talk to Alistair, and Alistair is willing to consent to having sex with you so that he can have a dragon spawn kid that he's not ever allowed to talk to, who's an old god, then by all means be my guest, Morrigan. But it's not my fault that you chose to spend your time at camp away over at the bonfire. You didn't choose to engage with Alistair. In fact, you antagonized Alistair at any given step. You reap what you sow. And you do reap what you sow interactionally. So Morrigan now is trying to triangulate me because she knows that I have the favor of Alistair, which she does not. And she's trying to leverage that. This is a perfect example of a space where you need to set boundaries. You say, you know what, Morrigan? Unfortunately, your interactions with Alistair were yours to control. And if you're worried about whether he's going to say yes or not, that's not my problem. If you want to go bring that up to Alistair and give him the chance, give him the chance. But that's not my decision to make. I'm not getting involved in that. And quite frankly, I don't appreciate you bringing me in on it. Go talk to him. And if he says no, you can screw right off, no pun intended, because you were antagonistic toward him the entire time that we were going through this journey. That's his prerogative. Ultimately, the thing that what Morrigan's dealing with right now is that she actually doesn't have any leverage. She actually screwed up by waiting as long as she did in order to have this conversation, because she's desperate for whatever reason to fulfill the sense of purpose that she has, albeit as cryptic as it is. She knows she doesn't have any power here, which is why she's grasping at straws. I just said no, which is a show of force, and now she says, well, how about Alistair? Because she's still thinking that I want to save myself. Too bad. You made your bed, you got to lie in it. Alistair doesn't want to have sex with you and doesn't want to have a kid with you because, understandably, given the interactions that you had. That's a consequence of her actions, which is why at all times when you're interacting with people, particularly people you're going to stick around with, you need to be cognizant of what you're reinforcing and what kind of dynamics you're cultivating with people around you. And Morrigan chose autonomy and being antagonistic as a way to create distance from people to protect herself from the sense of closeness that she might have felt. And now it's rearing its ugly head when it's time to call in favors when she doesn't have any karma in the bank. I said no and I meant it.
Do not let your foolish pride condemn you. No Grey Warden asked for the sacrifice that is now demanded.
Neither
of
did
them,
the kid
and
you're trying to
I
have with
offer
me.
All of you a way out. Will you not reconsider?
Holy shit. The kid that you want to have with me didn't get to pick this either. No. Holy shit. Now she's really grasping at straws now. She's thinking that guilt's going to get me. Too bad. I got good self-esteem. I know my boundaries. Chat, this is the ultimate level of importance of why you need to know your boundaries, why you speak them confidently, and why you engage with a sense of self-worth around it. There is not a damn thing she's going to say to me right now that's going to sway my mind on this. This boundary is a boundary. And you can see her squirming. She's pushing. She's trying to get me to reconsider. She's doing everything she can, which is all that is information to me that I need to reiterate the boundary with her. I will not reconsider. The answer is no.
Then you are a fool. I will not stand by and watch you waste this opportunity. Die if you feel it is worthwhile, or be overshadowed. I care not.
Okay, so what's kind of interesting about that reaction is I actually wonder if perhaps this is not, well, is perhaps the reason that Morrigan wants me to stay alive is because I have provided a stable base for her that she never had. Like, that reaction there immediately swaps a little bit of my frame for this. She's not ever had anybody besides her mom that she could rely on. And I did come along and offer some level of friendship and leadership. I went and killed her mom for her without really any background information from her. I have allowed her to find some level of her own autonomy in a way that Flemeth did not. So there is a little bit of this, I really care about you and I don't want you to die. I don't want to lose the people that I've gotten close to over the course of this trip. And so here's something I came up with as a means to try to do that. The problem is she didn't couch it very well. She couched it as her mother's directive. She wasn't doing this on her own. She's doing this because this is why her mom saved us. Which I would expect because her lack of differentiation from Flemeth is reasonable given the context. I would not expect her to be fully autonomous from Flemeth at this point. We haven't had enough of a chance to really walk her through that. But again, at the end of the day, she's showing apathy, I think, as a defense mechanism for the fact that she does care. This is a failure on two parts. One of the things that's happening is she is potentially going to lose me. She's going to lose She's going to lose the relationship potentially she has with me and with Alistair and with the people that's built up, and that's a real bummer, and she's mad about that. And she feels like she has some way of trying to mitigate that, and she's trying to exert it, and she hit a boundary from me. The other thing is that this represents a inability to fulfill a wish that her mother had. Something that she still, despite acting out against Flemeth and talking shit, I think she really thought was important to her and probably built some level of sense of self and directive around. And now that she can't do those things, she feels a sense of helplessness. So she goes to apathy as a way to compensate for that. She says, I don't care. Generally, when people have to make a point of saying they don't care, it means they do care. If you don't care, you don't really engage with people. True apathy would just be like, okay. Right? But she's trying to make a point of saying I care not as a way to get me to engage in the level of emotion that she's afraid to share with me. She needs me to take the lead on the emotional aspect of our relationship, and I'm not doing that because I'm setting boundaries with her and I'm acting pragmatically because I have bigger fish to fry than what she's bringing to me right now. It's a shame because on one hand, I don't blame Morrigan for her lack of tact around this because she just never had that kind of, that was never something that she had the ability to learn because of how she was raised. At the same time, just because I feel a sense of empathy for her in that doesn't mean that I'm going to override my value system and make poor decisions because of it. You can simultaneously empathize with people and hold them accountable to the shortcomings of that lack of development and make a good decision based on what you have in front of you. Then go, if that's what you want to do.
Fare you well, my friend. I do what I must now, and so shall you.
All right. Oh, shit. Here we go.
We have gathered all the forces we can. The Darkspawn Horde is sure to reach the capital before us. And so we must race to Denerim as quickly as we can. The lives of many thousands hang in the balance. We must not forsake them. You have gathered an army to replace the one lost at Ostagar, Grey Warden.
Oh, good.
Let us pray.
We're in San Francisco, 2020, apparently.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The man you see beside me is an elf, raised to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. And never a more glorious Grey Warden has there been. He has survived despite the odds, and without him, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Riordan, for the Grey Wardens!
Do not be alarmed. It is only I. I have a plan. I know what happens when the archdemon dies. I know a Grey Warden must be sacrificed. A ritual. Performed on the eve of battle, in the dark of night. Some might call it blood magic, but that is from Flemeth, of course. I have known about it for some time. What I propose is that the child, at this early stage, the child can absorb that essence and not perish. After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not follow. What is important is that would you truly choose death rather than... I speak of... The trick, of course, would be to... No Grey Warden asked for the sacrifice that is now demanded of them, and I offer all of you a way out. I will not stand by and watch you waste this opportunity.
Oh my god.
Do not be alarmed. It is only I.
Oh my god.
I know what happens when the archdemon dies. A ritual. Performed on the... Some might call it blood magic. From Flemeth, of course. I have known... At this early stage, the child... After this is done, you allow me to walk away, and you do not... What is important? Would you truly choose death rather than lay with me for... The trick, of course, would be... No Grey Warden... I will not stand by and...
Pray to Banana Hammock's Thong Dwarf guy. Please, for the love of God. I need all the good juju in the world you got.
All the forces we can.
What a cool cutscene, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so cool. Badass. Super neat. Can't wait to see. I hope Alistair really rallies the troops here as the new king of Ferelden. As people try to put their trust in him. It'd be really neat if he did that. I don't know if I can trust him to do that. He's still kind of green. You know, he hasn't really given me any public recognition either. It'd be really, really cool. Would make me feel really endeared to him if when he stood up on that thing, if he was like, yo, DrMick is really badass. That would be kind of cool too. I'm not gonna expect it, but if it happens, just know it'll feel good for me. I'm gonna go get another drink while Alistair speaks.
That it will be enough.
Before us stands the might of the Darkspawn Horde. Gaze upon them now, but fear them not. The man you see beside me is an elf, raised to the ranks of the Grey Wardens. And never a more glorious Grey Warden has there been. He has survived despite the odds, and without him, none of us would be here. Today, we save Denerim. Today, we avenge the death of my brother, King Kaelan. But most of all, today, we show the Grey Wardens that we remember and honor their sacrifice. For Ferelden!
For the Thong Dwarf guy!
For the Grey Wardens!
Come on, baby. Oh, praise be. Oh! There it is. Riordan, you better make it, man. Holy shit, this place is a mess. What did you guys do? Oh, thank Christ. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do this until we get to a save point, and then I'm gonna try to turn the resolution up. God, there's so many darkspawn though. Wow. All right, I'm following Riordan. No, stay alive, soldier. Stay alive. Look at this Hurlock trying to blend in. This Hurlock's like, I'm one of you. Don't kill me. There we go. Okay. Okay.
Another falls to my bite.
Come back here. Come back here. We move as one. Come attack me. Call the ambulance, but not for me. I'm glad the Darkspawn sent their weakest soldiers to Denerim for this. Yes. Ugh. Yeah. Nice job, Dirk. Attaboy. This is chaotic. Look at us go, man. Oh, I don't even control the whole party. It's literally just me. Yeah, there's nobody else in the party. It's just me. I mean, apparently I have everybody. Okay, game saved. There we go. We're gonna try this one time, and if this ends up being stupid, then we're going back to normal. But all right, Dirk. Which way do we go? Shattered gates is there. Okay, so we gotta go back to the... Oh, there we go. Okay, Riordan, what's up, dude?
You've managed to fight your way to the gates. We're doing better than I hoped.
That will change quickly.
The army will not last long, so we need to move quickly to reach the archdemon. I suggest taking Alistair and no more than 2 others with you into the city. Anyone you don't bring with you can remain here to prevent more Darkspawn from entering Denerim on our tails.
Alright, how are we gonna fight a flying dragon?
We're going to need to reach a high point in the city. I'm thinking the top of Fort Draken might work.
The top of... You want to draw the dragon's attention?
We have little choice, though I warn you that as soon as we engage the beast, it will call all its generals to help it. I can sense 2 generals in Denerim. You may wish to seek them out before going to Fort Draken.
I am sure that if we did slay those generals, it would stop the Darkspawn in the city from doing a lot of harm.
It may also waste resources trying to find them. The decision is up to you.
Interesting. Okay. Do you know where they are?
Neither of them are near Fort Draken currently, but there are too many Darkspawn here to tell you more. There are already several units of our allies within the city by now. They may be able to come to your assistance if you call them, but their strength will be limited. Now, who do you wish to take with you into the city?
Oh, you know who I'm taking with me into the city. Oh, wait. Yeah. Come on now. You know who I'm taking. Durkensten.
Fair enough. Anyone else will need to remain here and assist in keeping more Darkspawn from coming in the gates behind us. Who will lead them?
Sten, baby.
Very likely.
Good. That should be sufficient. Nothing you have done has prepared you for what you face now. May the Maker watch over you.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for the vote of confidence on that.
The archdemon is next, is it? I would not have thought I would say this, but I am glad I am going with it. Perhaps we are not completely doomed.
I'll take that as a vote of confidence.
Oh, it is. Without me there, it would be doomed without question. Let us try to get through this without my being rendered into so many pulverized pebbles, yes? Or eaten by the dragon. It might give passing a stone all new meaning, but I don't want to be there for it. Oh well, enough talking. There is a burning city to invade, or something.
I love you, Shale. Oh, Dirk. You be good, you hear? Yeah, good boy.
Are you ready? We have reached the battlefield at last.
Thank you for your help, Sten.
I have done nothing. You have carried us this far. Do not doubt that.
Thanks, man.
So this is it? This is the end? We've come so far. It's strange knowing that all our fates will be decided in a matter of hours. We stand on the precipice before the greatest battle of our age. I wonder if the heroes of old ever felt like this.
Probably.
I am not afraid. We go to fight for a good cause, and there is nowhere else I would rather be. This day, we will forge a legend of our own.
Before we head after the archdemon, I want to say something. Either we both die trying to kill it, or one of us dies making the final blow. Either way, both of us aren't walking out of here. So I just want you to know that it's been an honor fighting by your side.
What about Riordan? The honor of the Grey Wardens, friend.
The honor of the Grey Wardens. I hope most of the people were able to flee on ships.
Jim, YouTube. You can catch up on all the VODs on YouTube.
Before the Horde got here.
Alright, cool. So we got everybody's goodbyes. Let's rock. Now the question, I guess, is I would like to go after the generals. Like, I feel pretty confident in trying to go after them, wipe them out. You must find and kill a Darkspawn general last seen in the Elven Alienage. You must kill a Darkspawn general last seen in the market. here. I like how he gave us a choice. Then it's basically telling me I've got to do it.
Fall for Riordan.
Kill those godless bastards!
Yeah! Huzzah! I'm actually really turned around right now. Trying to figure out, like, what part of Denerim we're in. Like, they did a really good job destroying this place. Unless we're just still outside the main gates, which may actually be the case, and I just need to go through the main gate in order to figure out where to go. Yeah, I think that actually might be the case. Okay.
Mick, I'll watch over you!
Yeah, alright, cool. Thank you. Yes. Appreciate it. I really wish Riordan was coming with us. I don't really understand why he's not. Market district in the alienage. Let's go to the market first. Oh, good. Good. 2 ogres. Let's go. No, this is exactly what I don't want. I don't want to do this. Alistair's gonna get his ass kicked while I do this. No need for the freaking theatrics right now, man. Wow, another one. We are really what? Man, this is good. Man. Alright, once we get, I'm gonna have to save. I feel a crash coming. Oh, that's good. This is good. Let's just do this. Oh my god. This game is a mess. Absolute mess. I don't know what good all this gold is. I'm mostly just trying to get poultices. Alright, so we're in the market. Yes I am, Jim. Let's see. Let's go. Landmark wagon and a barrel. Need off the route. Landmark wagon? Distinctive landmark, but otherwise unremarkable at this time. Okay. Alright, good. More darkspawn to kill. There's the general. Let's go get the general. Watch everybody's health very closely. My own. Tank the guy. dude. Drink. Drink. No! Damn it. God, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god, we're so close. Come on, guys. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Dude, this is crazy. Me being dead is the worst possible thing. All right, it's all on you, Shale. Just be absolutely ridiculous on anything other than the easiest difficulty. Like, this is crazy. Let's go. Get it, Shale. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, we got all these factions here fighting for me. This is good. Holy cow, man. That was a lot. And I am, like, officially basically out of poultices. And I really hope this guy's got 1 million of them on him. 3? Okay. Axe of the Vishoth. Cool. Corruption. Dexterity, armor, and spirit resistance. It's a cool helmet. Wonder what it looks like. Corruption. Wait a minute, where's the helmet that I was wearing? What was I wearing? Oh, I was wearing the Rock Knocker, that's right. Dexterity, armor, and spirit resistance. I guess maybe we'll try that. Okay, it feels like a lot of characters are treating it like foregone conclusion that either you or Alistair will be the ones to sacrifice yourselves rather than Riordan. Do you have any idea what that might be? Probably just a game design thing. Like, I really think it's probably just foreshadowing on behalf of Fire. It's obvious that it's going to be a choice. Like, Riordan coming in and killing himself, I don't think is quite as interesting as if you have to make the decision. So I really think it's just a game design thing. I don't know that I have much analysis on that. All right, let's go wipe out the alienage. Oh, Lord. All right. We don't have a lot of poultices, guys, and we're going to need them for the dragon, so I need to make sure I keep myself alive, I guess. But not having a mage here is pretty brutal. Oh, Shiani, what's up?
Cousin? Oh, am I glad to see you. The alienage is under attack.
No shit.
There's a large group of darkspawn approaching and the gates
Yes,
won't
Jim,
hold.
it is.
We need your help.
I need you to fight with me, or I'll handle this. Get yourself to safety. I'll handle this.
No, this is my home as much as it is yours. If you're going to fight, then I will too.
We're with you.
Tell
Okay.
us what to do, and we'll fight for as long as we can.
Defend your homes.
You heard what he said. Come on.
They're upon us!
Okay. Yeah, I'll handle the gate. I would rather be the first line. Oh, good. Attack me. Oh, hell yeah. There we go. Get the mages. Mages and alphas. Unlock the little, where is the mage? 'Cause that's who we gotta kill first, guys. Oh my god. Or not, I guess. What? Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm just gonna let everybody die. We're gonna reload. Yeah, or, I mean, because I don't think Shale, yeah, Shale's not gonna. I got the poultice in there. I do not, I mean, I know I've said this, I think, before, but I'm going to say it very explicitly now. I do not like the combat. I am literally on the easiest difficulty. I mean, literally the easiest. Yeah, we need to stay away. We need an AoE. Oh my god, dude. What? Am I literally like debuffed? Yeah, like Alistair's like literally debuffed. Oh my god. Insane. Wow. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Look at this, everybody. Jeez. This is crazy. Look at all these dark spawns. Holy crap. Holy cow. Asshole. Wow. We burned through over 30 of the of Arl Eamon's men doing that. And I still have to kill all these guys. I mean, it's probably better that we went and did that anyway, because if I'd have gone for the archdemon and then both of those guys would have showed up while we were fighting the archdemon, I'd have had no chance. At least these guys are shitty. That was ridiculous. Wow. And of course these guys are not, all they have are shields and shit. They don't even have, oh man. Wow. Yeah, this fight with the archdemon is gonna be nasty. Thank you, sir, for your assistance. Oh, wow.
We did it! I didn't think it was possible.
It almost wasn't.
You've come through for me again. For all of us. We will never forget this. I'll make sure we never forget this. Please, take this. I pray it helps you in your coming battles. We have to go.
It better be a
May the Maker watch over
backpack
you.
full of 50 health poultices. Because if it ain't, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to see it. A dawn ring. Okay, thanks. Yeah, not exactly what I needed. Also, yeah, like this thing ain't over. Now, it would make sense though why she thinks it's over. That makes sense to me. Because Shiani doesn't know that a Grey Warden has to make his way to the archdemon and kill it. Most people don't know this. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Wait, that's the way to the market district? I don't want to go to the market district. We already went there. I want to gather my party and venture forth. Okay, cool. Thank you. Not great. To the Palace District we go. Oh, good. Extra fighting along the way. The way that I like it. Hold the gates. Oh, I'm Sten. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on. Whoa, we got to get Sten outfitted here because my man is not wearing the best thing that he could be wearing. Or maybe he is because I have basically not leveled him up at all. Okay, hold on. We got to... Okay. Good. None of this matters. We're gonna go two-handed. We want... Okay. And then we want Death Blow, Disengage, Perfect Striking, and we'll go Shield Defense. Okay, and then Dirk is gonna be... Gonna make Dirk nice and strong because he's a good boy. Okay. Now Sten should be able to wear a lot of good stuff. Yeah, here we go. Now we give him the Rock Knocker, which is better than that. And we're gonna just destroy that. And then we're gonna give him Gloves of Diligence, which I think is probably better than what he was wearing. Yep. And then we're gonna give him the Juggernaut Plate Boots, or Kaelin's Greaves, or Warden's Commander Boots, Warden Commander Armor, Kaelin's Breastplate. I think we're probably gonna give him Kaelin's Breastplate. And we'll give him Warden Commander Boots. Right, what is this? Warden Commander Armor. Oh, no. Well, yeah, no, we'll give him that. And then I need to give him probably Bronca's Shield. Yeah, that's going to be good. And then we got to give him some... I guess I gave him Greaves. He just needs boots. Boots. Juggernaut boots. Kaelin's. Okay, and then we're gonna give him a belt. Okay. Good stuff. All right, Sten, you're outfitted. You're ready to go. Oh no, we need to give him a badass weapon. Faith's Edge. Or Axe of Vashoth. Oh, that's a... Holy shit, that's badass. Merrick's Blade. Oh no, we gotta give him Merrick's Blade because the damage versus Darkspawn. Or is that... no, that's only a one-handed. I need him to have a two. The Summer Sword, two-handed. Oh yeah, no. Summer Sword. Go. Okay, good. Let's go, Sten. Yeah!
Beware! A large group of Darkspawn have broken away from the battle. They're charging this way. They'll be here any minute.
By the way, those of you watching this, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch, thank you for taking time out of your day or night to watch this stream. I appreciate it. You are awesome. And, oh, that was fun. Oh my god. Can you please stand still, Ogre? Combat in this game is not really built for this. Look at me. This is just not good. There you go, man. Go get him, Dirk. I'm just gonna try to kill as many of these guys as I can. La 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 la. Okay, nice job. Way to go.
You did it.
Okay.
Shall I send word that the gates are secured?
For the moment, yes.
Right away.
Okay. Oh, he's trying it. Wow. My man. Oh boy. Better hold on. Oh no! At least it can't fly now. Well, thanks, Riordan. Appreciate you, brother. I mean, hey, if he makes it so that that it can't fly away from us, yeah. F's in chat. Thank you. Sorry I spoiled that earlier when I said that was going to happen. The messenger has been sent. Okay. Now where to? We're at the Palace District. Darkspawn hath fortified. Let's go. Now we have to slay the top step. Oh, we made it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Oh. Okay. All right. Dude, I don't even... All right, Shale. Make it happen. This is not how it should be on easy. This should not be like this on easy. You should be able to just go through here and just live your life. Like, the whole reason I play these games on easy is because I want to leave as much room for analysis as possible. I don't want to sit here and just fight shit over and over again. This is absolutely outrageous. Like, you basically, like, you have got to kill all of these, you've got to kill all of these, like, little, like, one-shotty guys, because even though, like, they're really weak, they add so much. Like, they do so much damage, despite the fact that they're... Plague of flies around. Oh my God, come on. And all I'm getting is all these goddamn lyrium potions, man. please. Can't I hit this guy? All right, how's everybody doing? Everybody injured? Yep, you sure are. Oh, Lord. We're getting there, chat. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're gonna leave that ogre alone. Don't care. So the gates are obviously not a thing that we're gonna be able to go through so easily. So we're gonna go around. Another general? Is that what that is? Appears like it might be. The emissary. I may honestly just tell Sean when he does this VOD to just like make this go like 1.5 speed. Just because of how like kind of like boring and tedious this is. Alright, we did what we needed to do there. Save. Let's go. Alright, Fort Draken. Benny Hill music. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, let's kill this damn archdemon. Let's blow this thing and go home. Oh, good. Look at this. We got little baby dragons hanging out here. Look at this. This is ridiculous. That guy can shoot through walls. And of course it's an alpha. Yep. Oh. I mean, honestly, I'm going to take all the help I can get right now with all this shit. We are out of poultices. We burned through our injury kits. What's up, General Andrews? Hello, friends. Oh, my God. If y'all don't follow my dear friend, General Andrews, please make sure you take a second to do that. Y'all are coming along with General Andrews. Hello, I am Dr. Mick. I'm a licensed couple and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development. This is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games, talk about mental health, psychology, therapy, and more in an effort to destigmatize those things and bring information to people who wouldn't otherwise have it in a responsible and ethical way. This is a spoiler-free and backseat-free run of Dragon Age Origins, so we are toward the end of the game, so I appreciate no spoilers. Yeah, this is a blind run, so appreciate y'all taking the time. I hope you had a great stream, General, and thanks for bringing folks over here, man. I really appreciate it, as always. Oh, God. All right, we got an achievement. Go figure. All right, here we are, back in the palace where the lands meet happened. Perhaps there's a chest with 50 health poultices in it. That would be awesome. Pile of books. Do we get more lore here? Private documents. A list of household accounts and expenditures over time. Useful for merchants negotiating contracts and wages. Oh, okay. Well, glad we picked that up before fighting the archdemon. You like my lack of urgency right now? Archdemon's literally on top of this tower. I'm like, nah, let's get these documents, man. Scientists say that's very kind of you to say. Alright. Now we go through the Hall of Knuckleheads, if you all will recall. Oh, good. Good! Yeah! Let's go. I want everybody focusing the Conjurer, please. Everybody focus the Conjurer. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. Shale, get your booty over here. Give it everything you got. Give him everything you got. Leon, I don't want you tanking him. Leave the tanking to me. Oh my god, this guy sucks. Really? Oh my god. What are we doing? Oh my goodness. For those wondering, I am playing this on the easiest difficulty, and it's absolutely kicking my ass. There we go. Wakey, wakey. Holy hell. Okay, Shale, how you doing? You hurting? Yeah, you are. Okay. Alright, we got it done. Alright, health poultice. Good. Oh, God. Maker Almighty. Well, one mage we came across is dead, and the other one left us. So we don't have any mages to use. For those wondering why I don't have a mage with me. First 32 episodes of this were a wild time. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's a spider now. Cool. Wow, these are not weak-ass enemies like we're outside. We actually have to, like, contend with them. Corpse gall. Ew. Yeah, give me all the poultices you got. Okay, it's just going to be corpse gall apparently in all of these. Anything good in the armory? I'm guessing it's the same shit that was in here last time, so I'm not going to really concern myself with it too much. Save. Armor stand, chests. I mean, what are the chances? I guarantee we're not going to find anything of use in here. Yeah. Nope. Great. Nope. Great. Nope. Oh. Armor stands no bueno. Anything in this cabinet? Nope. Dare give this a try? Why not? Do it for the memes. Oh, what's up? Wait a minute, Sandal, where's your dad?
Enchantment?
What happened here, dude?
Enchantment!
Okay, I'm not into enchantment right now, buddy.
Enchantment?
You got any of your dad's wares? Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, my man, you are a godsend. Oh, I don't know how you could charge me for this in my time of need, but you know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. You got to make a buck. Oh, thank God I went in there. Thank God I went in there. Sandal, you're the man, buddy. You're the man. Oh, all right. He is a true capitalist. He is. Literally stand at the gates of the second floor and he's like, bro, man, I gotta, if you got gold, you ain't got gold, I can't help you. I mean, these poultices could be better used for another Grey Warden. Maybe I'll go rub it on Riordan's buttocks to see if it revives him or something, man. Like, you ain't got coin, I ain't got the help. Enchantment indeed, buddy. Thank you. You're my guy. I hope his dad's upstairs to give me more before I fight the dragon. Alright, got barrels and crates to check out here. Give me that shroom. I'm gonna get desperate enough. I'm gonna have to drink a bunch of shrooms. A sack of stuff. Alright. This way. I love how, like, these chests are just still locked. I gotta have Liliana with me or else I wouldn't be able to open these right now. I should be able to just kick them in. Maybe Sandal should be the protagonist instead, right? I mean, Sandal really is the reason that we're gonna be. He's next to Thong Guy in terms of our ability to get through this. Damn, Alistair. You're real squishy right now. Start calling you King Squishy for your squishiness. Oh, all right. Have we ever seen Sandal and Banana Hammock Thong Dwarf Guy in the same room? We have not. Not that I can think of. Not that I can think of. All right. That's a lot of darkspawn through that door. Oh my god. Oh, and they're not even the weak kind. Oh god. Man, my spidey senses were tingling on that, and I just went in anyway. Really dumb. I mean, I guess if I can get, again, more health poultices, the better. So if I can get some health poultices from these guys, or some money for sales guy, if he happens to be upstairs, I'm gonna take it. Yeah, that was not worth it, but whatever. Through here. Oh my god, this place is a freaking labyrinth, man. Oh, Genlock Master Assassin. What's up, bud? My headcanon for this is that we have to slay as many of these guys as we possibly can before we get to the Archdemon. Because if we don't, like, they're all gonna get called upon when the Archdemon comes up. So better off trying to take care of him now while the Archdemon... We saw the Archdemon get hurt laying on top of the roof. This guy's no match for my shield wall. Bitch. And that's all we get. Okay. Again, not really showing itself to be worth it here. A lot of traps here, Liliana. You want to maybe help us out? Thank you. Getting a little choppy in here. Getting a little choppy, but we're gonna get as many supplies as we can. Holy shit, this place is huge. Holy cow. Alright, another emissary and a couple ogres. Oh! Let's go. Get the emissary. Let's go. Get the ogres. Good shit, Liliana. Let's go. Yeah. Hit him hard. 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 Come on. There we go. Alistair, buddy. Drink up, Ryan. Drink up. Liliana was like basically on her deathbed there and she still got it done. Way to go. Large clear lightning crystal. Alistair, get up. Our future king is on his like 8th life of 9. She's not doing well either. Okay, Shale's okay. I'm okay. Alright, let's go open some of these chests that are down here. See what kind of cool shit might be in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I gotta take the diamond, of course. Kit. Beautiful. All right. Got more more chests over here. Oh yeah. Oh. Thank God we have Liliana with us. 'Cause that was money. actual good chests, right? All right. To the roof. To the roof. About damn time. Okay. What up, girl? What up, cutie? Okay. Why don't I go ahead and balm myself up a little bit here? Get your attention. Yep. We gotta keep everybody alive as much as we can here. Including me. Holy crap! Stand up and drink, Shale. Oh my goodness. We are doing like no work here. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yep. Just keep drinking. We're gonna lose Liliana. I just... Ooh, there's like a ballista thing. Hold on. Hold on. No, you go this way. Come on. Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on, reload it. You load the ballista. Hell yeah. There we go. You know what? You earned yourself a poultice for that, Liliana. Now we're cooking with gas. Is right. Oh, okay. Where the hell is everybody? Oh shit. Oh Dan, what's up? Thank you for the raid, buddy. I didn't even see it. What's up, man? Here we are at the end of Dragon Age, fighting the archdemon. Dan, I hope you had a great stream, man. I really appreciate it. Much love to you, sir. If y'all don't follow Epic Dan, make sure you do it. Oh, yeah. 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 All right, I'm getting my ass kicked down here, so let's go ahead and pull this up. Keep at it, guys. Liliana is our savior. Oh, baby. If you're coming along with Dan, by the way, I'm Dr. Mick. I'm a licensed couple and family therapist. I got a PhD in human development. This is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games, talk about mental health, psychology, therapy, and more in an effort to destigmatize those things. Bring information to people who wouldn't otherwise have it in a responsible and ethical way. I don't do therapy on stream, but I do answer questions related to mental health. You're welcome to ask me at any time. Although right now it's probably not the best time. In the ballista. There we go. Reload. Oh, repair. Good. Thank God we have her. Nope. Wait, was that me that just did that? Oh, here we go.
Me. There's no need for you to die. This is my duty. I should be the one to kill it.
You certain about this, man? I'm not total. So I can understand totally why Alistair would take this. Alistair doesn't really want to be king. Alistair is a Grey Warden first and foremost. Ending a blight, I think, is something that would matter deeply to him. In terms of, like, Duncan died for this, Kaelin died for this. His whole identity is into stopping the blight, and here's his opportunity to do it. It's not my decision. I mean, if he's willing to volunteer this up, and it means something to him, and I don't want to die, I don't need to do it. I also think that, like, there's a really good chance that if Alistair does this and the blight ends, it garners the favor of all of Riordan, because we appointed Alistair and he went and he killed the dragon. I mean, what better way to use your kingship than to do that? And so if that leaves the people that followed Alistair, maybe even me, or, I mean, not that I'm going to try to take over King, but, like, that allows his camp to be able to do better for the folks of Riordan, and everybody rallies around it because he stopped the blight, all the better. If I do it, and I was somebody that, you know, endorsed Alistair, and Alistair was friends with, I think that could help by association too, but ultimately, like, Alistair, I think, has more skin in this game than I do. I'm not a Grey Warden by choice. He is. Do I know who's going to take over? Not necessarily. Do I know that Alistair would be a good king? I don't. What I do know is that Alistair is willing to do this. I'm going to ask him one time if he's certain about it. You certain about this?
No. Yes. Yes, I probably am. I want to do this. So you needn't feel guilty about letting me do this. I want to do it.
All right, man. If that's what you really want to do, then I'm not going to stop you. I thought I'd get a little more conversation with him before he went.
And then it was over. With the archdemon dead, the Darkspawn horde quickly crumbled. Most fled back into the deep roads. They would remain a threat in the years to come, but the blight had been ended before it had truly begun. Riordan had been saved.
I don't love that.
The entire kingdom rose up to joyously greet its queen. The Grey Wardens stood redeemed, and a new age had begun. But at what cost?
I don't know, Duncan.
My friends, we are gathered to celebrate those responsible for our victory. Alistair, the son of King Merrick and last of the Therin bloodline, gave his life for us by slaying the mighty archdemon. But the one who led the battle against the Darkspawn thankfully remains with us still. Ladies and gentlemen, I present the hero of Ferelden, the first Grey Warden to defeat the Blight since Garahel 4 centuries ago. Grey Warden, it is hard to imagine how you could have aided Ferelden more. I think it only appropriate that I return the favor. Is there any boon you might request of Ferelden's queen?
Ooh. By the way, if you're wondering when I'm gonna provide some thoughts, I'm gonna do it during the credits because I assume they're coming up. So let's stick with this for a second. Is there any boon? I only wish to continue to serve the crown, Your Majesty. No. A title and the riches to go with it, I think. I wish to see my people treated fairly for once. That's not bad. Sacrifices of the Wardens should not be forgotten again. That's pretty good, too. I have no need of anything further. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I would... Oh, boy. Okay, so I like 3. But here's the thing that I worry about. Okay? Because that sounds all lovey-dovey, real good. Love that. We can feel all warm and fuzzy that, like, I advocated for the alienage, which I like. But that kind of wide systemic change doesn't just happen because the Queen gives the boon to a Grey Warden who happened to be the identity of the people that need to be elevated. Unfortunately, what's more likely to happen is people are likely to see me as a outlier rather than as representing the entire group that they up until this point in their lives have objectified immensely. The only way that we're going to really be able to get any kind of equality as it relates to the elven alienage is resources being diverted there, which is going to piss off a lot of nobility, which is fine. I'm not opposed to pissing off nobility, but Queen Enora's got to put her money where her mouth is. Like, to elevate the alienage, to get city elves to have all the rights, the privileges, the opportunities, everything else that the humans have, Enora is going to have to really make sure that she injects that into the policy. Now, she has a bit better of an opportunity to do that than, like, say, a full-on democracy, because she can rule that with an iron fist if she wants. Me being a representative of the city elves, I think, is important. But we really need to make sure that the rhetoric around that is not just, oh, he's this outlier. It's no. There's a million other people in the alienage that are just like me, that are capable of just as amazing things, and we're willing to work together. And also, y'all need to acknowledge the bullshit. You don't get to rewrite history. You don't get to be this amazing, wonderful thing because you stopped oppressing us elves. That's what the right thing to do anyway is. I shouldn't have to slay an archdemon on top of the palace in order to get humans to recognize the rights of the elves. And we're going to make sure that history talks about it like that. This shit should have been figured out a long-ass time ago. Thank God I existed to try to push this forward, but also, this is the basic way that society should function around this stuff. I think Alistair is going to be honored generally anyway. I think I have probably more public favor right now than she does. But I want to see my people treated fairly, and I'm going to fight for the rest of my life to make sure that happens.
An excellent idea. What would you say to becoming the new ban of the alienage? A voice for the elves in the Landsmeet?
That is interesting. I think it probably needs to be me. Soros and Shiani, I think, would be probably fine at the job, but I don't know that they get taken as seriously. Like, I'm pretty sure that in order for this to work, if I'm going to really advocate, I need to throw my weight around. Like, the initial inertia to go from potential to kinetic energy on this is going to take an immense amount of effort, and I have to throw around the amount of prestige and reputation that I have. So they need, like, I'm the only one they're going to listen to. Like, this is all symbolic unless there's somebody really willing to get in there and get their hands dirty. I think once I am a show of force, I can bring on certain people. I can advocate for them. I can get people to start to see elves as equals. And then we can bring in other bands of the alienage that are going to be taken as seriously. But I have to forge that path. I'm willing to do that. This feeds some of Logain's rhetoric, does it not? I don't think so. Because I'm being recognized as the person that made, as a person that made a difference here. And she's giving me a choice. I think if I said I want power, prestige, and riches, I think that feeds his rhetoric. I think me saying I want to be an advocate for the alienage, I want to be the band of the alienage, that's not a particularly high position of power relative to what I could theoretically ask for here. So, no, I don't think it feeds Logain's rhetoric as it relates to that. I would be willing.
A wise choice. Let it be known that the alienage will now have its own ruler and its own laws. Let this be a new beginning for both our peoples. Let it also be known that the Arling of Amaranthine, once the land of Arlhow, is now granted to the Grey Wardens. There they can rebuild, following the example of those who went before them. What are your plans? Will you remain with the Grey Wardens?
I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Because I kind of want to work... Well, I want to work with the alienage. But if the time comes, they may need me. I have my duties in the alienage.
Then you won't be very far away. I am relieved to hear that. There is a group of eager Riordan citizens waiting outside to get a look at their hero. I suggest you make at least a brief appearance before they storm the gate. Just tell the guard at the door when you are ready.
Warden Commander. Alistair gave his life to save his friends and end the blight. He did indeed.
How incredible that it survived. It has exceeded my expectations.
Not as squishy as you think.
Apparently not. Thankfully, it appears to be the exception when it comes to its kind. Otherwise, I might be forced to revise my opinion completely. But I will go now. I am thinking I will return to Orzammar. Perhaps I will fight the Dark Spawn in the deep roads. Clear them out for good. They remind me of pigeons.
That might take a while.
It appears that time is a luxury I possess. The Blight may be over, but the Dark Spawn will just go underground once again. Perhaps I can do something to aid the dwarves. It is a worthy quest. Something worth existing for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And it was decided upon by you instead of by somebody else. I really love that Shale has found some autonomy, has found her own directive, and has decided that's what I want to do. I get to use some of the things that used to be a trap for me for my own good, for my own purpose that I am developing. That is a wonderful conclusion of the character arc. I love that. Yes, it does.
Good. Perhaps I will see it again one day. I hope so. For a flesh creature, it has been excellent company.
Awesome. I wonder if that you won't be far away as Nora wanting to keep an eye on you. Does she still see you as a threat? Maybe not right now. If she does, I don't think she can show it. But I don't know that that was particularly nefarious. I guess I'd have to ask her in order to really know. What's up, Dad?
My. I almost don't recognize my own son. First a Grey Warden and a great hero, and now even nobility. The voice of our people. I barely know what to think. I am awed and so proud. If only your mother had lived to see this day.
Good to see you again, Dad.
Oh, it's good to be seen. For a time there, I thought... Well, never mind that. Seeing you again has brought me great joy. But never mind your old man. There is much for the hero of Ferelden to do today, yes? Go. I shall speak to you soon.
All right. Well, Liana, what's up?
So here we are. The conquering hero has won the day, and now he takes his bow and exits the stage. A fine ending.
You should be taking a bow with me.
And my part was small. I'm happy to watch you receive the accolades. It's quite fun. You know, I can't help now but think of my vision. Whether it was the Maker sending me to you or whatever, it was a good thing. I thought I was supposed to save you, to show you the way. But it seems it was meant to be the other way around. Odd how that works, no?
I suppose it is.
You should know. I'm thinking of going back to Orlais for a while, to find Marjolaine. I don't know how long I'll be gone.
Really? You need help?
No. This is something I need to do on my own. Perhaps we will see each other when I return. I look forward to it. Until then, take care of yourself.
Cool. All right. If that's what you want to do, it is very interesting that nobody's saying anything about Alistair. Everybody's just like... Ugh.
Allow me to offer you my personal congratulations, Warden. I must admit that while I did not share my father's pessimism regarding the Grey Wardens, I had my doubts that such a small number of you could be victorious. Yet here you are.
Damn right.
Normally, I would call that bravado, but it seems your confidence is deserved. Now I see Arl Eamon gesturing to me. There is more work to be done. I must take my leave of you, I fear. Enjoy the rest of the celebration, Warden. I shall speak to you again before the day is done.
Gonna be interesting to see what happens with her. I do wonder. I want to give her a slight benefit of the doubt. Because we could take all the shit that happened with her and we could sit on it and be shitty to her. But the reality is she's taken over. She's the queen. It is what it is. Doesn't do me well to be particularly shitty with her. I can keep my eye on her. But one of the things I think that stands out to me about Honora is that she has not had the opportunity to really stretch her wings because men keep getting in the way. And I don't want to be another man that gets in her way. I would love to see her have the opportunity to do what she needs to do without having all these dudes just making her life hell and spinning stuff. So my hope is that she learns from this, that she has some changed ideas about the people that she was taught she should think about a certain way, and that she rules fairly and well. Her openness to making me the ban of the alienage, I think, is a really good start. I think I have probably changed her representation of elves. She's very likely to listen to me. I'm willing to give her a bit of the benefit of the doubt. Now, where are Sten and Dirk? Yes! There they are. Okay, good. Oh, man. I gotta pet my boy.
They call you Hero. I have not heard it used before, but I think I understand the intent. The Arishok on occasion has declared a Kunari to be Kunoran Vel, one who serves as an example to others. Such examples are always made after their death, however, a death in service to the Kun. A living Kunoran Vel would be too proud.
Interesting. Do Kunari celebrate and put on parades?
When a Kunoran Vel is declared, certainly. It is one of few occasions when the Kunari are permitted to engage in revelry. There is imbibing of spirits, public chanting, meditations abandoned. It is madness.
That's the first time we've heard him laugh. That's cool. That would be quite a sight.
It is interesting. It can take days for the Ben Hasrath to restore order. There may even be executions. I suppose I should tell you. I have decided to return to my people. Your quest is done, and thus so is my reason for accompanying you.
That will be a long trip home.
Yes, but it will be welcome to be amongst familiar things again. It must be said, you gave me the chance to redeem my honor, and now it is done. I owe you a debt.
You helped me as well. It's been good. You owe me nothing. Yeah, you owe me nothing.
Some debts cannot be discarded. There will come a time when I will return, and then it shall be done. Perhaps we shall meet again. Should it be in battle, I will not seek you out. Panahidan, Warden.
Love that. I would love to be able to learn more about him, but I don't get to... I'm not entitled to that. Sten plays it close to the vest. I know we talked about that when we first met him, but I'm not entitled to learn more about Sten just because I want to. It has to be him wanting to share more about it. That's more than we've gotten out of him. I love how pragmatic he is. We'll see what happens.
Are you ready, my lord? The crowds outside are getting restless.
Yeah, let's go.
Right. I'll take you there now. Follow me.
In the months that followed her coronation, Honora proved herself an adept ruler. Trade agreements with other lands quickly brought new funds into the royal coffers, and with them the queen saw the capital rebuilt. The army was restored, laws were passed to encourage freeholders to produce sufficient harvests, and plans were conceived for a university. Despite Loghain being executed in disgrace, Queen Honora insisted on building a monument to her father, overlooking the Orlesian embassy. The statue was largely ignored, save by Honora herself, who voyaged out to the statue once a year to place flowers at its feet. I love that she faced it over the Orlesian embassy. What a, oh, mwah. As the years passed, Honora continued to rebuff the advice of Ferelden's nobility requesting that she remarry. Though prospective suitors from other nations visit Denerim from time to time, the Queen's only comment is that all of them fall far short of the bar she measures them against, that of her father. Are you kidding me? Come on. I will say I did see this dog and wondered if this might be Morrigan. If she's chilling here. Because remember she went off as a dog?
Are you ready, my lord? The crowd's outside.
News that the Urn of Sacred Ashes had been found in Ferelden did not spread outside the Chantry until Brother Genetivi made an announcement several months after the defeat of the Darkspawn. The manuscript detailing his research and his experience with Andraste's cult drew huge interest among scholars throughout Thedas. Some years later, the Chantry announced that the resting place of Andraste's ashes had indeed been found. They were located, however, in ruins that were also the lair of a high dragon, thus proving too dangerous to approach. Many made demands to secure the ashes so that followers could undertake pilgrimages to partake of their healing powers. Following numerous failed attempts to deal with the dragon, the beast finally flew off to find another haven, but leaving the mountaintop sanctum in ruins. An excavation found no traces of the urn. People began to doubt that the ashes had ever been found, while others claimed that a cult of Andraste's followers stole them from the temple. Still others say that the Maker himself removed the urn, deeming mankind unworthy of it. For now, what happened to the urn is simply unknown. Following months of grim effort, the Templars cleared the last remaining spirits from the Circle Tower, making it safe to rebuild a home for Ferelden's Circle of Magi. Rumors of what happened increased the common folk's distrust of mages, and more than one young apprentice claimed to encounter mages thought long dead still wandering in the Fade. Once the tower was rebuilt, Knight Commander Gregor stepped down from his post and retired to a life of private contemplation as a brother in the Chantry. His health failed over time, and after refusing treatment, he perished in his sleep. Knight Commander Cullen was said to be more strict and less trusting of the mages even than Gregor was. He ruled the circle with fear. With the slavers shut down in the alienage, the lot of the city-born elves improved for a time. The new king even named the local elder to his personal court, a scandal amongst the humans, but a sign of new hope for the elves. Soros eventually got married to a human woman, and one he loves deeply. After the initial scandal, Soros left the city and settled in Highever, where he and his new wife had many children. Gianni continued to be an outspoken member of the alienage community, and in time became the new elder. That outspokenness earned her frequent trouble, but served her people well. Arl Eamon returned to Redcliffe, beginning the long task of rebuilding. He found the village already bustling and eager to leave behind the memories of those terrible nights facing the undead. Lady Isolde bore her husband another child, this time a girl. The birth was difficult, however, and Isolde died in Eamon's arms. He named the child Rowan after his own sister and raised her with a loving hand. When she began to exhibit affinity for magic at a young age, he gave her over to the circle for training, but continued to visit her and loved her no less than before. The Dalish elves prospered after the siege at Denerim, having earned much respect for their part in the battle. For once, human lands welcomed the wandering folk. The new keeper, Linnea, was respected both amongst the Dalish as well as in the Ferelden court. She was a voice of reason, and other Dalish clans would turn to her to help resolve disputes with human folk. In time, many of the Dalish clans moved to the new land provided for them south near Ostagar. Wary of their human neighbors, however, tensions soon rose again, and only Keeper Linnea's leadership kept peace alive. In Orzammar, King Balin quickly proved himself a reformer. Oh, thank God. Trade with the surface lands increased and caste restrictions were loosened. Hell yeah! The casteless were permitted to take arms against the Darkspawn in exchange for new freedoms. For the first time in generations, the line in the deep roads was pushed back and few things were reclaimed. Woo! I love that. My man. Balin's reforms quickly found him enemies within the warrior and noble castes, however. and after several assassination attempts, the assembly was dissolved. The king then ruled alone. Some said as a tyrant, others said as a visionary determined to drag Orzammar into the modern world. Oh, that's awesome. The dwarven mage Dagna ultimately completed her studies at the rebuilt circle tower on the surface, so she lived. Eventually, she published a comprehensive theory of how lyrium vapors relate to the supply of magic. It gained a great deal of attention. This inspired mages from other parts of Thedas to establish a new circle of magi in Orzammar itself, one that had ready access to dwarven lyrium, and lies outside the Chantry's power completely. The willingness of Orzammar to harbor apostates sparked outrage that began whispers that the Divine was contemplating a new exalted march. Although the Anvil of the Void was destroyed, rumors about its location crept into Orzammar. Years later, thanks to the defeat of the Darkspawn on the surface, a few determined smiths managed to locate the Anvil's remains. They examined the ruins of the Anvil and, upon returning to Orzammar with their findings, convinced the Shaperate to attempt to recreate Caridin's research. Gross. A new golem was created, bound with a spirit taken from the Fade. The golem immediately went insane, killing several Shapers before it was destroyed. The research was branded excessively dangerous and sealed away. Whispers of its existence circulated throughout Orzammar, however, and demand among the Smith caste to reopen Caridin's research refused to abate. Wow. True to her word, Morrigan vanished the same night she made her offer at Redcliffe Castle. Someone of Morrigan's description was later seen traveling alone, heading west through the Frostback Mountains. Several years later, tales out of Orlais said that a strange, dark-haired mage had insinuated herself within the Empress's court. The companions who traveled with Mick eventually scattered to the four winds, drawn either by personal duty or by call to further adventure. The hero remained in Denerim, a celebrity amongst the commoners and a fixture at court, at least for a time. As the blighted lands began to heal and the Grey Wardens slowly rebuilt the Order in Aramanthine, they discovered that the fight against the Darkspawn was not yet complete. Although the Horde was routed and had dissolved upon the Archdemon's death, many of the more powerful Darkspawn survived to organize roving war bands that preyed both upon the land and upon each other. Those war bands spread havoc, and some even journeyed west into Orlais or crossed the Shining Sea by the deep roads. They proved incredibly difficult to wipe out. But these are the tales yet to be told. This tale ended with the death of the Archdemon and the end of the Blight before it truly began. Surely Mick would be heard from again. ... ellipses. Damn. Wow. Okay, first of all, how on earth did we not talk about Alistair? That's crazy. The guy was going to be the king and he slayed the Archdemon and nobody talked about him. Everybody talked about me. Holy cow. That is massively disappointing. I would love to headcanon that I tried to make sure that everybody would notice him, but that's pretty wild to me that Alistair basically went out with nothing. And I do wonder if part of the reason that Alistair was not recognized was because of Honora being threatened by that. If Honora recognizes Alistair, I think she probably doesn't stand to get as much power in favor of the masses. Because I think Alistair would die as a martyr. And I could totally see her doing that. She gives some credit to me, an elf, who still doesn't have much societal standing despite being a hero. But I don't think she wants to keep Alistair alive too much as a martyr because she undercuts her own possible power. I think, based on just like what we saw of her throughout the playthrough, and if she's that attached to her father And Alistair, I mean, remember, Alistair killed her father. She said no suitor ever met the expectation that she had as the result of how her father was. Alistair killed her dad. Like, so even though she acknowledged him as being, you know, like, okay, cool, he killed it or whatever, I think it's very hard for her to recognize the person who killed her own father in front of her face as somebody who is legitimately the hero of the Blight. I am surprised that none of my crew brought him up, though. That feels weird. But it's probably a game design thing. Okay, so as I always like to do when the credits roll, I just want to say I know that BioWare has changed immensely over the last 13 years, but I really, really appreciate this game. I believe of all the playthroughs that I've done up until this point, this had by far the richest amount of content for me to analyze. BioWare created something really incredible here. The amount of depth, the gray areas, the realism in just how complex relationships are, how complex societal dynamics are, the interplay between macro and micro systems is just amazing. And it is crafted so incredibly well. So I am really, really, really grateful that this game exists and that I was able to play it. And as always, to BioWare or any other game developer or publisher that is seeing this playthrough, I am more than willing to be consulted on games if you think that what I add to them is interesting, and if you'd like me to, you know, do a rundown on character development. To those of you that are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for making it all the way through part 23 of this. It was a long haul. There was a lot there. We made it through the crashes. I am really grateful that those of you that have taken the time to put a thumbs up on every stream, those of you that have left comments along the way, those of you that subscribe to the channel and have maybe watched some of my other playthroughs as well, thank you so much for taking the time. Those of you that are members as well, thanks for being members. I hope that we get to see you over Twitch side sometime. Make sure that you follow in all the links down in the description, and make sure you catch the other playthroughs. Those of you that come over here on Twitch, that are here with me right now and have been with me throughout the playthrough, I just would like to say how much appreciation I have for all of you. Thank you for keeping me company during these playthroughs. Thank you for all of your amazing thoughts. Thanks for keeping things backseat and spoiler-free. It really means a lot to me that so many of you are willing to come out here so late at night and watch these streams and hang out with me and support what I do. I realize that the major reason that so many of you come and hang out during these streams is because you want to hear my thoughts, and that's not lost on me. I don't take that for granted. So y'all are, the amount of support around this stream is incredible. There has been a lot of growth just even in the time that we've done this playthrough. I'm really glad that I decided to play this, and that so many of you have shown. I know that this is a very popular game. A lot of people love it. And the fact that y'all were willing to watch it probably for more than just the first time, and that you were interested in what I had to say and what I had to analyze was great. The run is always the run. I'm perfectly happy and content with the consequences of the actions that we took. I really don't have any regrets as it relates to going through the playthrough. I explained my reasoning on everything that we did. So, you know, it is what it is. That's the beauty of these runs. I don't do these to try to have the perfect run. I do these to illustrate psychological concepts first and foremost. And if you have learned anything from any of these playthroughs, whether it's a specific episode, a specific moment, the entirety of the playthroughs, or just general body of work, I'm glad to have been able to teach you something in some kind of way that was accessible to you and stood out. So thank you all for doing that. This is not the longest playthrough. Mass Effect still claims that. I guess it's the longest. No, and Red Dead was 37 parts. Mass Effect was 39. Red Dead's 37. So this one at 33 is not the longest, but it was definitely long. I think it would be boring if my playthrough of this game took the same trajectory that all the other playthroughs take. The biggest thing, if you're a person who's maybe catching this late or you haven't seen this full playthrough, if this was your first playthrough, I think the most important thing that I could impart to understand about my playthroughs is that I value very much trying to make the best decision I can with the information that I have at hand and the analysis that I'm bringing to it. And sometimes that means that there are consequences for our actions that we don't like. That's how life works. We only get one shot in life. We don't get to go back and reload a save. We don't get to play out all the different things that are possible with how we change our interactions with people. Ultimately, we have to make decisions. We have to make tough calls. Sometimes we do it with a lot of information. Sometimes we don't. You could make a call with a bunch of information and it still not go the way you think it's going to go. And you could make a call with basically no information and it could go the way that you were hoping it would. The beauty of games like this is that they provide all these different branches where if you play them, you know, if you want to play these games so that you're making the right decision all the time when you're reloading, that's great. That's cool. I don't have any problem with that. But these playthroughs, I think for me, the value is in me not having the benefit of hindsight to make certain decisions. We never get the opportunity to know what the outcome of a particular interaction is going to be until we make the decision. And I think on a meta level, one of the things that I try to illustrate in these playthroughs is that concept, because it is something that I think a lot of gamers, but also just people in general, bring to interactions. We want to curate the future. We want to be able to anticipate what's going to happen so that we make the right decision. And the reality is that most people get frozen by that. You live and you respond to what happens. We all have bias. I know that there are decisions that I made with the information that I had that people would have not made the same decision, and that's okay. That's the beauty of what it is to be human. We bring our different learned experiences in. We have different perspectives on things. We have different levels of education. All of that combines to make things a unique experience where, like, a game like this can be played differently in any infinite number of ways, and it's really, really, really badass. So when people are like, oh, Doctor, you know, I had people bail when Wynn died. Like, literally people in YouTube comments were like, I'm going to stop watching this playthrough because you killed Wynn. And that's fine. Like, if you want to do that, that's fine. But ultimately, that's not at the core of what I'm trying to accomplish here. What I'm trying to accomplish here is to first and foremost educate. And then, you know, second, it comes the game. But we live with the consequences, and I love that approach, and I appreciate that so many of you are willing to come along with me on that, right? And it's just a game, right? It's a game that we use as a vehicle to talk about real life. Normally with playthroughs of this type of game, I dislike watching others because I hate the choices they make, except actually hearing the reasoning made it so much better and more understandable, even when it broke my heart. Yeah, I know. It's crazy that Alistair's forgotten Anonymous. It really is. Like, what was the biggest bombshell reveal in this game for you? Flemeth being a dragon is pretty wild. That one really caught me off guard. I'm actually really happy to hear that Balin reformed Orzammar, given the interactions we had with him when we left Orzammar. That feels pretty good. Hard for me to think off the top of my head, but those stand out to me. Morrigan's ritual, I don't think surprised me. I mean, I guess it did. To me, I think what surprised me about Morrigan's ritual was just the audacity of the fact that she thought that I would be down for that. Like, it just showed such a clear lack of understanding of me. I will say, though, that, like, my failure to use the litany of Andrala is the biggest regret that I have. That happens, though, like we talked about afterwards. You got to have a plan. You got to keep things, if something's that important, you got to have it in your field of vision, man. Stuff got stressful and I forgot I had it. That happens. And I had to eat the consequences of that. So, you know, it is what it is.